Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Unfiltered Podcast. We are your host, Marco Barilla.
And the Troy Scherzer.
The Troy Scherzer, baby.
The
Well, we are back. Obviously it's been we're sorry for the delay. There's a lot been going on. We're both quite busy individuals, but we're a day late, but that's fine. We're all right. We're still here. But yeah, so sorry about that. It's all Troy's fault.
Why?
It's your fault.
Ain't no way.
Quite frankly, I think it is your fault.
No.
Quite frankly,
No.
I'm just saying.
Oh, how is it my fault, huh?
Cause you said you were too tired, but you weren't tired enough to play Fortnite. No,
that was yesterday.
Hey, I wanted to record yesterday and upload yesterday, but no.
You also asked me at like 10 o'clock, and I was like, no.
You took a nap. You took a nap.
I did not take a nap yesterday.
You didn't. That's what your significant other said.
Yesterday.
Your significant other said that your sleep schedule has been not good.
Correct. That is correct.
What the fuck? What has changed? Obviously, you have a new place. You're closer to work, like you said. So why is your sleep schedule?
I go to bed later. Is the best way to put it. That's about it.
Point is, we're here. Sorry for being a day late. It's been crazy, but we're here nonetheless, and we got some stuff to talk about. Indubitably.
Talk about Marco.
Indubitably. One of the things.
Talk about.
So obviously, I know we have a recurring bit where we discuss and talk about the Luigi Mangione case, but I think as of right now, that's at a standstill. I don't think nothing much is going on.
He requested a computer in prison because he thought he was special.
Did he actually?
Yeah, he wants to review the 10,000 documents against him.
We all know he wants that shit to jerk off in prison. I mean,
probably.
You're fucking bored of shit in prison. What else are you supposed
to do? You look at a fucking bare wall and have
hopefully you don't have a roommate and they see you fucking stroking your shit. You know what I mean?
That roommate's gonna be going for that computer to get some as well.
It's better do it at the same time. Have a little movie night with all your cellmates.
Jerking into the computer.
Exactly.
You're gonna have like 15 guys in their cell at once, just everybody jerking off to something.
Hell yeah, man! That sounds fun as shit. I would want to join that. What?
Of course you would.
Point is,
Marco would be on the screen looking at the rest of them.
I would be what they're jerking off to because of how hot I am and shit. On my Feed Finder account, Yep. Mm-hmm. It's hidden somewhere, guys. You guys have to find my Feed Finder account.
Yeah, you can find his Feed Finder account at feedfinder.com.
Alrighty. You're not
21.
It's a paid subscription. That shit's not cheap. All right, buddy boy.
It's $3.
But point is, there is obviously unless you've been living under a rock, there is another high profile case that's been in the news, and it's not really. I want to say it's not well known, but it's obviously well known, and that is the case of Mr. Sean Diddy Combs. That has been sparking. Big Diddy.
Big D.
Troy, I heard you were quite extravagant at the Diddy parties. Is this true?
Absolutely.
I heard you were
I'd be getting down at the Diddy party. There ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Ain't no party like a Troy party. I'll tell you that much.
Always starting shit.
All right. But yeah, so obviously the case, he got arrested like last year, but I think as of time of recording this, May 22nd, it's on their 9th day, I believe, of trial. And some shit has come out. I didn't have time to like write that individual notes, but I have a couple of articles pulled up right here. One of them being from CNN. I'm not sure how reliable they are or whatnot, but as of today, Kid Cudi, well-known rapper, appeared to testify. Was torched. This is what the headline says. The CNN. Nice. This is what the headline says. What'd you say?
No, I was trying to get the focus on the can or on the bottle, but it wouldn't do it.
For those who don't know, Troy has yet another adult beverage in his hand.
I'm drinking some Twisted Tea.
Twisted Tea. #not sponsored. Sponsor us, please. Thank you.
I would drop kick a child for a Twisted Tea. I tell you.
All right, for legal.
I would.
Legal reasons. He's joking. Please
For
don't.
legal reasons, I'm not.
He does not speak for
Sometimes,
me.
dude. Sometimes those little brats, they deserve to be drop kicked. You know, just real quick. Ah!
Fuck them kids, right? Fuck them kids.
Yeah, no, they just deserve it sometimes.
The article
Spoiled brats.
is listed as Kid Cudi says his Porsche was torched after Sean Combs learned he was dating Cassie Ventura. Not sure who this Cassie lady is. It said the rapper referred into court as Scott, his real name, provided the most dramatic testimony of the day. He accused Diddy of breaking into his home and being involved in the destruction of his Porsche, which was set on fire with a Molotov cocktail in his room.
In his room?
No, at his home. I meant home.
At his home. Okay.
Throwing a Molotov at a Porsche is just fucking outrageous. What the hell?
Well, sometimes you just kind of got to throw Molotov
And
over the Porsche and jerk off on the Porsche then. I don't know.
You're jerking off on the fire Porsche, like you're in the
Yeah,
fire.
dude. Do Porsches not make you hard?
A burning
every
Porsche
time-
doesn't. Ooh,
Okay, maybe not burning. Yeah, that might hurt my heart a little bit. I won't lie.
That might hurt your
Watched
skin
it
and
and
bones
watched-
and muscle and tissue. It might hurt a lot just
Yeah.
in.
I'm not sitting on the fire.
You
What
just
the
said
hell?
jerking off on the Porsche, and I was like, the burning Porsche? And you're like, yeah. Point being,
Yeah.
Troy's just. But to answer your question, yes, a Porsche does make me hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Says the prosecution used each witness to try to bolster the core accusations that Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura laid out on the stand last week. They've called up to 16 witnesses over 2 weeks. The trial is expected to resume on Tuesday after the Memorial Day weekend with testimony from Combs' former director of marketing, blah, blah, blah. So the trial is paused until Tuesday the 27th. So, but 16 prosecutors in the 2 weeks. That's fucking insane. They
There's
said...
a lot of men. There's a lot of men for Diddy.
I'm pretty sure... I saw it on TikTok, but I obviously you can't rely on TikTok being a reliable source. That more pictures have been revealed from the case scene. I'm trying to look it up here. I don't think the pictures are real, but there's obviously sketching of like I know the court has the sketch person sketch out what's going in there. I'm trying to look right here for you. He also apparently he has gray hair. I don't think we've seen a photo, like a real life photo of Diddy in the trial. We just see the sketch work. If you look it up on Google, you can see it. Like it's a lot of gray hair. So motherfucker's been aging and stressing in court apparently. Yeah, I can't find anything about it, so it might be fake, the pictures. But needless to say that they found
There's a ton of just sketches.
And every single one he has gray hair, which I don't know what the fuck they be doing in jail that give him gray hair.
He's taking too many men apparently now.
The stress of too many dicks up his ass.
Dude, you know he's running that prison. We all know.
You think so?
He is running that prison. He's getting so much play now.
A lot of men.
He's loving prison probably. He's like think about it. His whole thing was he would do this to men and was basically men, right?
Well, men and women.
Now,
he held the freak offs. So
he held the freak offs. Now he's holding the freak offs in prison where all
it's
men just fuck each other because they can't fuck anything else.
Do you think the prison guards are involved?
He's loving that. No.
Because I remember we talked about it a few episodes ago, but Luigi Mangione and Diddy are in the same prison. They're the same. And there was a report saying that there were reports saying that Diddy was really jealous that all the attention was going to him and not Diddy. I'm like, that's such a weird thing to be fucking petty about. You were worried about an alleged CEO killer being more popular than a fucking sex trafficker and an absolute fucking freak. Like that's something you should be jealous over. Either way, you're both fucking,
I'd be jealous.
You'd be jealous. People just think that Luigi Mangione is more hotter than Diddy, I guess. All the fucking fangirls that are fanning over him. Um, let's see. They also said in the document, it says prosecutors have argued that Combs and some of his inner circle friends used threats, violence, drugs, bribery, arson, kidnapping, and lies to concur Cassie Ventura and other women into participating in sex parties called freak-offs and protect the music mogul's reputation.
His
So
real name's Cassie Ventura.
that's Diddy's ex,
Oh no, that's his ex. What's Diddy's real name?
Sean Combs.
Oh, that's right, Sean Combs.
Sean Diddy Combs.
I think he could be a Sean Combs.
Yeah, the defense has acknowledged Combs was violent with romantic partners, and during opening statements, he said that a bit of different sex life. They also said that while Combs is a very flawed individual, he has not committed the alleged federal crimes. Bullshit. Allegedly. We don't want to say, but I mean, not helping his fucking case. I mean, that
I don't know
was
why we can't just why he can't just own up to it. If he likes fucking dudes, he likes fucking dudes.
yeah, but what he doesn't want to, what he should admit is the fact that he's a fucking participating in sex circles and sex ring trafficking and all this fucking fucked
Oh
up
yeah,
shit that
sure.
he. It's one thing to be gay,
That's fair.
okay? It's not illegal to be gay, but fucking the sex trafficking shit and harassment of women, that's fucking illegal, and that's where we have to cross the line there. Um, this fucking case is so. They're already making. I literally when I was at your house, I don't think you were asleep, but like we were on Hulu and we passed by the
Yeah.
trial of Diddy. I'm like, what the fuck? They already made the trial's not even over, and they're already. This reminds me of when people are making documentaries about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial that happened a few years back. That was such a big high scandal thing, but now this is probably even bigger than that. Honestly, like, if you got
Dude, that was
called,
such a meme. That was such a joke.
what
The
the
Amber and Johnny thing
dude,
was
Amber's a
such
fucking
a joke.
asshole. Fuck Amber Heard.
He won that because he understood acting. Because
You
sometimes the
think?
best actor is to say nothing at all and to keep it short and sweet. If you notice, Amber, she was trying to act her ass off,
Oh yeah,
and she was like,
crying. It. She was doing the too much. Yeah.
and Johnny was just like, "Yep,
There's so many. I
Johnny,
forgot the
did you
memes.
do cocaine on set? Yep, Johnny, did you say this to Amber?
Oh,
Yep."
she just like,
You
and then
make a big
like
deal
obviously
out of it, and look
they
how it
had the
came out.
audio recordings that kind of put the nail in the coffin for Amber Heard. That like literally her like physically and
Idiot.
vocally abusing Johnny Depp, and that was such a fucking big ordeal a few years back. But now I think this is possibly one of the biggest cases of the modern day. Like in the past 10 years, this is could be really bad. But I'm
Depends
also
how far
very
it goes.
interested.
If it goes far, yeah, but
I don't think we're gonna
you
get a
never know.
result for like another year. I think this is gonna be a year-long battle back and forth. You
I can
know,
see that.
I mean, it's been what, like the Luigi Mangione stuff happened in November or
December,
December.
November, December, I believe. Yeah,
So that's about like what 5 or 6 months since that happened, and they're still doing back and forth battles. I wouldn't be surprised
like
if that doesn't take a
it's
longer
like
time.
7 or 6 months, I believe.
Exactly, yeah. And I just think if you got called in for jury duty, would you be a juror in this case? Would you take that?
Um,
I would definitely do it.
no,
Why not?
no, because once the trial starts, which isn't the trial already starting,
It's on
right?
day 9 or 10 already, so it's been
Yeah,
going on for
no,
about a week or
you
two.
can if you're on the jury and you're a part of that, you can't leave.
Yeah,
You were stuck in a
I believe this is New
you're not
York.
allowed any media, you're not allowed your phone, you're not allowed any kind of communication
Oh, you
outside.
know, I know you can't use your phone in the court, but you can't use like in the hotel room at nighttime. No.
Nope, because you can't look online to see what other people think. They don't want you swaying your opinion one way or the other.
Oh.
So you have no outside contact, and you're just stuck in a hotel room and the courthouse, pretty much. Like, I guess you're probably allowed to I don't actually know, to be honest with you, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed your phone. And fuck no, you can't. You're not allowed to look on media or social media or anything else like that because they don't want you swaying your opinion one way or another because you're getting other people's opinions.
See,
They
I
want you
mean,
basically
yeah.
only knowing whatever they want you to know in the court case will be said in the courtroom. That's it. Nothing
Yeah.
more.
I guess that makes sense. But I mean, although like the stories and like I think the crime solving and like the story aspect of it, I want to I would love to be a part of it. But like you said, like no phone and I mean it's in New York, so I would probably miss a lot of work. I probably have to partially quit and have to if I'm stuck in there. But
Yeah, mm, not technically because it's like an excused absence.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure because
I
I
don't think
was
legally you can get fired because of jury duty.
yeah. I'm gonna say there's no
There's
way.
nothing you can do. It's kind of like
Um, because I was
like
talking to my
everybody else.
family this weekend, and my older cousin, she's a nurse, and she got called up for jury duty, and she tried to get a leave of absence from I think the hospital she works at, or and they said no. So like or no, she tried to get a leave of absence from the court because she's a
Hmm.
nurse, so she's like always busy, but they said no, you have to go to this, which is in my opinion, bullshit because she's a nurse and how important her job. But like if you get me like a Chipotle employee, I have nothing. I'm not nearly as busy as a nurse or a doctor being pulled in for jury duty. But yeah, like I think I would be. I definitely want to see how this play out in person. I mean, now that
Yeah,
I'm 20 years old, I am eligible. And knock on wood, I've yet to be summoned for jury duty. But oh, who
yeah.
knows?
I haven't, I haven't either.
You
So
haven't.
no.
I think my
Oh,
dad was saying that he was a long time ago, and I think it was a child like a sexual assault charge against a child, or like the child got
oh,
sexually abused.
yeah.
Like
He wouldn't be able to.
no, this was years ago before he had me and my brother. So
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so,
then yeah, he could.
so he went to it and he just said it was the most fucked up shit ever. Like having to go through like seeing the pictures and testimonies of the poor child, like like that shit, But the whole concept of jury duty is very confusing for me. I mean, I'm a little younger, so I really don't know like the full gist of it. But like, if it's
Mhm.
like obviously there's different levels. There's like a local maybe. There's like I don't know, but like I keep burping. Fuck, it's one of the side effects of a medication. Damn.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, like there's another article that was just released again by CNN. The basically recap of today's meeting. Like I said, break until next week after Memorial Day weekend. Um, the judge gave the jury strict instructions to avoid any and all conversation and media coverage about the case over the long Memorial Day weekend. So you can't even talk that shit with your family at Memorial Day, like the Memorial Day barbecue. You can't say shit to them, which fucking sucks.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
Rapper Kid Cudi gave a brief relationship with Cassie, testified interactions. She endured yes, she endured physical and sexual abuse from Combs and detailed how he orchestrated drug fueled sex performances. That is just
Nice.
that isn't
Been
just
hopping on some cocaine and fucking.
that just sounds scary as shit. Of course, Combs has pleaded not guilty to the charges that include racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. If convicted on all counts, he could face up to life in prison. Really, really ballsy
I don't.
to
I don't know
say
why he
exactly.
wouldn't get life in prison.
Oh, he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. But like him just not taking a plea deal, or just like him just front up
The
saying
plea deal will be a life in prison. Life in prison.
maybe without.
If
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
a
So if he
non-plea
would have.
deal would probably be like 2 or 3 life sentences.
So even if he were to take a plea deal, it would be like a life sentence with the possibility of parole, or no? I'm not really sure the
Depending on
case.
what they get him on. Depending on what they get him on.
So as of right now, it
Probably
could be
is a
multiple
chance of
things.
parole.
It could, but like as of right now, I think the main thing is like I said, racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. And then they said if convicted, he on all counts he could face up to life in prison. So,
Yeah. So if he takes a
um,
plea deal, probably get 1 life in prison
which
sentence.
doesn't isn't one life sentence like 65 years or something like
30
that?
years.
How many?
30. 30.
That's not. Why did you say light? Why'd you say 30? I don't know. I don't get it.
What, I don't know.
If
They've
you
always
say
had it
you have
like
like
that. Life in
three
prison
life
is 30.
consensuses, that's what
It's 90
80 years,
years.
90, 90. Yeah. So just say you have 90
Math
years
is
in
hard.
prison. Shut up.
Yeah. That's why, like, people that do really bad shit and they sentence them for like 3 or 4 life sentences. So there's no shot they're getting out of jail until they're dead.
Yeah. But
That's the whole
if you
point
have like
behind it.
someone like my age, like for murder, like they're gonna get out, but they're gonna be like
Yes.
hella old and shit.
You'd be what, 50 some?
20 plus, yeah, somewhere in
Yeah,
that.
50.
Which also I did the math, definitely not calculator. Diddy's 55 years old, and if he were to face, like you said, 30 years for one life trial, he'll be 85 years old if he were to get out, which
Yeah.
is
So,
insane. Cause like that just like this is a whole other like discussion, but like the idea of like someone my age or even younger than me getting a life sentence and then like they did the crime at like 16, 17 years old and they don't get out until like they're like, 60s. Like that just boggles my
at
mind. Like
that point,
how much of
a
a
lot of
life.
people, they actually end up going back to jail because that's all they know.
Exactly.
So
That's just so
they'll
sad.
do another crime, so they end up back in jail because that's all they know, and just live the rest of their
I
life in
know
jail.
like yeah. Yeah, I know like some
Because how
homeless people do that as well.
if you're 60 years old and you went in jail when you're 20, you have no backup. Your your parents are most likely dead by
It
then or
depends. Yeah,
close to dead.
exactly. Even if your parents are alive, depending on like
They're
how bad
80s,
the crime
90s.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you uh, you have nothing outside of jail, and you're
I
too
mean,
old
yeah.
to really start working and create a whole nother life for yourself.
It's
Why
the
not just go back to
unfortunate
jail?
reality. Again, some people don't deserve life after prison. Some, some like there's cases where some people who like 30, 40 years ago got thrown in jail without any DNA evidence because they didn't exist. And like they wasted 30 to 40 years in prison because they didn't have any evidence back then. And it sucks to see that. That's why like I mean, have you ever seen not Shawshank Redemption, right? That's the movie with Morgan Freeman, right? Am I stupid?
I think so.
I think that's the
What's
movie
it about?
with. You never saw Shawshank Redemption? You never seen Shawshank Redemption?
No.
We're doing a movie night. We're doing a movie night. Arguably one of the greatest movies of all time. Point being, it's about a guy who was thrown in jail, who was I think it was tax fraud, and his boss has pinned the blame on him. I believe I could be completely wrong. Point is, there's this old guy in jail. He's like in
Yeah.
his 70s or 80s. Was in jail for all life. Got out finally. He tried to have, like you said, having a day to day life. He got a job at a grocery store. He tried living in an apartment. And the sad part is that he ended up killing himself because he just didn't know what to fucking do.
Yep.
He was like, there was a scene in the movie where he asked his boss, like, raise his hand to go to the bathroom because I'm in prison. You had to, I guess you had to ask him to go to the bathroom, and I mean, that's the sad part, but that shit's
Yeah.
just so fucking sad, but interesting at the same time.
That's true. That's true. All right, let's get to some more non-sappy prison shit. Right?
We'll get back to the Diddy case soon. We need more
Yeah.
updates. We'll keep you
So,
updated.
guess what I learned?
Want?
I learned something about Surfsides.
Damn,
The
what interesting.
very, very popular either lemonade vodka or iced tea and vodka drinks. They actually have 30 to 40 milligrams of caffeine
Mm,
in each can,
that's a lot. What the
which is
fuck?
why they're so so many people enjoy them. That's why Surfsides actually give you a different type of high, not just being drunk, but now
High.
also being they give you a
Buzz.
different type of buzz. You're not just drunk, but you're also like super
Caffeinated.
energized on
Yeah.
caffeine. So
That's a
that's something I
combination of
learned, and
that.
the thing is, it's not illegal because it's naturally found in tea, which is why it's not legal or anything like that. They don't have to like advertise it or anything like that, where like a Four Loko where people know it has caffeine. For like one can is like 20, maybe 30 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
But think how big that shit is, a Four Loko, and that's like one drink for the rest of the night. Each one of these has like 30 to 40 milligrams alone. Each
That's
can.
fucking crazy. That's a lot,
Yeah,
no?
but it's because it's naturally extracted from the tea leaves.
Uh,
It comes with it, and that's why. That's one thing why everybody
so
enjoys
you're still gonna drink it
stuff
though,
so much.
right? You're still gonna drink it.
Fuck yeah, I have caffeine all the time.
Maybe this is
I
why your
I did
sleep
today,
schedule.
but I did yesterday.
Maybe this is why your sleep
Probably.
schedule is fucked because the sugar crash. It's
Yeah, no,
fucking
I get my caffeine high at like 10, 11 at night. No, I shouldn't say
no.
that. That's why I get so tired and I'm like, so tired. And
My
then like
problem
11
is,
o'clock hits and I'm like, ooh, I'm
yeah,
awake. I'm ready to go. Let's go. And that's my problem because then that's when I should be winding down for bed, but that's when I'm like getting most awake.
yeah. That's that's basically what I fucking um do. I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that the problem is that like my sleep schedule's not any better because I recently went to the doctor's standard checkup and shit. As you know, I'm currently thugging out my weight loss, journey. But one of the many things, like he said, was sleeping is like a really good key factor for weight loss. And the doctor
Oh,
asked me, I was like, "Oh, so what time is your sleep schedule? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna lie to the doctor." So I said,
mm-hmm.
on a day I don't have work, I'll go to bed 2, 3 in the morning, and then I'll wake up at like 12 or 1 in the afternoon. And he was like, "You can't do that." I'm like, "I know." That's the other thing.
You
Because
know,
like, what are you saying?
the bad part about it
What?
is my sleep schedule. I'm going to bed at 2, 3 in the morning when I have work at 7:30 in the morning.
No way.
Yep. That's why my sleep schedule is so messed up. I can't fall asleep. I'm like, I don't know if it's like FOMO because like the people that don't have work are still up, or you know what I mean, like they're
Yeah.
up till like 1, 2 in the morning, or I don't know. I think it might be FOMO. I figured out. I just
FOMO.
have like, yeah, if you don't know what that means, fear of missing out. For those of you that don't know, um, is like I want to keep playing like because I play usually I'm on Xbox at that time.
Yeah.
Or I'm like getting off at like 1:32,
Yeah. It's
and that's
bad.
because like everybody else is still on. So I'm like, why should I
Like,
go to
well, yeah,
sleep?
I don't want to leave the boys.
I don't want to leave the boys. I want to keep playing.
Yeah.
Like, why would I go to bed when everybody else is still on?
Yeah.
Then I'm
Yeah.
fucking myself over.
I mean, technically you are right. I do. Technically, the 2 3 a.m. thing is a lie. I'm not gonna lie. I usually get off the computer around that game, and then I'll lay on my bed on TikTok for another like hour or two, and then I'll go to. It's like 4. Sometimes it's literally fucking sun outside already. I'm like, fuck, and then I'll
Time to go
just.
bed.
But what really fucks me over, and we're getting around that time now because it's summertime. So I volunteer at a summer camp. I'm pretty sure you remember, a
Mm-hmm.
counselor. So I'm outside in the hot summer sun with not only children but the sun on me, and obviously the sun, too much, vitamin D, I guess, makes you fucking tired. So like I'm fucking when I come home, I'm just dead. I'm a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was really bad because I'll come home around like 4 o'clock and I'll take a 3 hour nap. And it's like
Yep.
sometimes it'll be like 7 or 8 at night. I'm like, fuck, I didn't eat dinner and now I'm awake, so I'm not gonna go fall asleep. And I have to wake up at 7 o'clock the next day to go back. I'm like, fuck. So like
Yep.
that shit fucks me up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I need to work on that.
Yeah, me too. I gotta start forcing myself to go to bed earlier. I
It's
think I'm gonna start
true.
trying to go to bed at like 1,
I think we
just to
should go
kind
to
of give my
bed after this right away. It's 10 o'clock. We need to go to bed soon.
no shot. I'm going to bed after this.
Yeah, we're gaming after this. We're gaming.
Yeah. No, I'll try to go to bed at 1, so then I'm kind of like pulling myself back a little bit because if my thing is my like perfect sleep is like 6 to 6.5 hours,
Damn,
or
really?
11 to 12. hours. Yeah, I should say 10 to 12 hours. So it's like I either
Damn.
gotta get a shit ton of sleep, or I have to get like 6.
Yeah. No damn.
4 kind of fucks me up. 5 is okay, but like that 6 is like prime time for me. That's what I
That's
gotta
fucking
do.
insane. No, that's bad. That's
Hmm.
fucking bad. I mean, the thing
Well,
is, like,
that's if I can get good sleep. Like that's my good sleep number. But right now I'm getting like 4 hours of sleep.
really? I mean, the thing
Yep.
is, right, is that like, I I I I know I can do better, right? There's nothing really holding me back, in my opinion, to like, try better. But like like you said, one is the FOMO. If I see my homies on, like,
Yeah, you
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
get
miss
on
out.
with him. But like TikTok has just got me by the balls, man.
That's a big
It's
thing.
just
Yeah.
scrolling
Dude,
and
that shit is so addicting. It's just that like instant
it's the
gratification
chemical in
of
your
a new
brains and
video. Yep.
shit. Like,
You're like, ooh, another video. Ooh, another video. Before you
ooh,
know,
piece of
20 minutes
candy.
go by.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Oh, look, now it's the next hour.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. And then
Okay,
you're like,
10
oh,
more
just
scrolls and then I'm
yeah.
gonna go
You're
to
like,
bed.
or you're like, oh, I'll watch 2 more videos. And kind of just go and go and go and go. And before you know, it's another half
Yeah.
an hour gone. And you're like, ah, all right, I'll do this last video and then go and go. Yep.
Or what really
It's so
gets
fucked
me,
up.
in the it's
What really
like a
gets you?
TikTok rabbit hole where
Right.
I'll see a clip from a movie and I'm like, oh, this looks
Oh,
really
and you
good.
follow it.
And then I look at the movie and like, okay, I'll watch the movie and I usually love it. There's so many
Oh,
movies that I've
not only
actually
that.
liked because of TikTok clips or
I got
shows in general.
shows. Yeah,
Yeah.
shows. I do that a lot.
One of
Different
them
shows with
being
Crunchyroll and
House.
whatnot.
You ever heard of House? MD?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
love that show, and it was because of
Mhm.
TikTok. I kept getting clips. I watched it like a year or two ago, and it's such a good show. But yeah, dude,
We watched that in my health class. He'd pull up like episodes of House and we'd watch it.
that's
That was so
fucking
good.
hilarious. I
Uh,
wish I had like a chill ass teacher to do that with. That's fucking
he'd be like,
funny.
"All right, we're gonna watch." He's like, he was. Oh, what was his name? I forget his name. He was super nice. I had him. Did I have? I did. I had him for PE class, and I had him for health. So he kind of knew me, and so we would talk every once in a while. And I was, I wasn't a terrible student, so I'd do my shit, and he had no problem with me. So we talk, and then he was really nice. It was,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
he was one of those people like it. It took a ton to really get him on your bad side. Like you had to be
Yeah.
like failing everything, not doing anything, and then if you were in his gym class, just kind of not doing anything. You're just like walking around, and that's it. That's like the only time. Even like the bad kids, he'd be like, "All right, come on, guys. Like that's enough. Come on. Let's just if we just get this done, then you don't have to do it anymore. Then we can go, play dodgeball or something stupid
Mm,
like that."
yeah,
Yeah, he was so nice.
that's funny. I mean, a part of me
You
does
know,
miss school for that, but what?
I wanted to become a gym teacher
I think you
when once
seem
I
like you
graduated.
give gym teacher energy. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna lie, and I
Once
mean
I
that.
graduated, I did commercial HVAC for a little bit, and then I wanted to go back to school to go for like what's it called gym teaching to be a gym teacher or for
What is
physical education.
what is like, what's school look like for gym teachers?
Oh, it's so much easier.
Like I mean,
You
maybe like the
main
human
thing
anatomy, maybe or something like I don't know.
I was yeah, well, that's what you got to be able to teach health, which is basically human anatomy,
Yeah.
and PE, which so you got to understand like not physical therapy, but like understand the body a little bit more than a normal person. Maybe also
Yeah.
have like a personal training certificate, so then you understand all that stuff. But I once heard this, and I've always followed this. Gym teachers get to wear shorts and a t-shirt,
Yep.
get to teach dodgeball, and get paid the
Oh,
same as everybody else.
you would. Oh, that's so
Oh, I would
you.
love it.
That is so.
Oh,
I can
100%.
picture you with
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
sweatpants, maybe like the school
Mhm.
shirt, the
Yep.
whistle. Oh,
Yep.
I see it. I
Oh,
see it
I would
all.
fuck shit up. Dude, I taught gym class one year because I was taking. So I took personal training. I do not have my certificate, unfortunately. I
Bummer.
took it in 11th grade, which my counselor didn't explain this to me. I took it in 11th grade, which
Mhm.
I was turning 16, turning 17. However, you can't get your personal training certificate or personal training. Yeah, I guess certificate is the best way to
Yeah.
put it. Until you can't take the test until you're 18. So I'm like, I'm taking the class, but I can't even take the test until the following year.
That's
And I was like, well,
bull.
shit, yeah. So that's where I'm like, I'd have to do it right after that class, or I probably wasn't getting it, which I didn't end up getting it. But my the teacher that Miss Nen, the teacher who taught Miss Nen, she taught personal training, but she also taught gym class. She taught PE1, which was ninth graders at the time. And I was in 11th grade, and I had basically a study block during her PE class, and she's like, anybody, like if anybody, I don't have a what they would have is, because we also had a swimming pool at our school, so there would be like, it'd be like half PE, half swim as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, normally you would have a class A per se,
Really?
and you actually get credits for it. Like that's a class you can take where you would come and you would be the like secondary person to the teacher.
It's teacher's aid,
So
essentially.
yeah, thank you, teacher's aid. And oh look, it's Titus. Titus is here. Hello, buddy.
Titus!
You want to come up? Come on, up here. Oh, look, it's Titus.
Oh, look at those eyes. The camera looks like he's glowing out. What a good
Oh,
boy.
hello, right here. Hello.
Hi, buddy.
Okay.
He remembers me. He remembers me.
So I had a study block when she had her class. I went and I started helping her out. And then she ended up just like, most of the time she would be like, all right, go do it. And I'm like, oh, all right. She's like,
Well,
this is what you're going to do.
what
This
she
is
was
what we're
doing?
doing today. Well, usually it was games. When we had game days, she would let me just take care of everything. She'd like, go do attendance. And then once attendance is done, do warm up, because the warm up was also helping me come up with like warm ups for workouts for personal training.
Yeah.
So she's like different stretches and different movements and everything. So I would come up with that and
Oh,
have the
God.
kids do that.
You doing stretches?
Oh, I do
Reflex
stretches every night. I'm
today?
actually surprisingly
Like today?
flexible. Yeah, every single night.
I don't believe you're flexible.
If you
I
ask the
don't-
woman, I can touch the ground right now.
So can I.
Like, if I touch, I'm saying if I try to straight legged touch my toes, I can touch the ground.
Next time we're in person, I guess. Oh, we're doing it right now.
Oh, we're
If
doing
you-
this right now.
If you're here yelling, it's
Can you see my toes?
yeah, I can see your toes.
Okay. See, straight leg. I'm not
Anybody
not
can do
joshing.
that.
I can touch the ground.
That doesn't mean you're like gym teacher worthy flexible.
I can almost do a split. What do you mean?
You almost can do it, so you can do a split.
I can't do a split, but I can almost do a split.
See, a flexible person.
I got that because I actually was training to be able to do a split. I was trying to push myself to be able to finally do a split. I never got it. I got really close though.
Hey man, you do better than I would do. I mean, like
I know.
I used to be, believe it or not, before I was fat, I used to be quite flexible as a child. I used to
When
be
was
doing
that? Third grade?
kindergarten.
No, kidding.
I used to be able to do handstands. I love doing handstands.
Oh, okay. All
I
right,
used to
yeah.
do it a lot, and then back now, I mean, like hopefully I get to. Maybe that's the goal. Maybe I can do
Be able
heads.
to do a handstand again. To be able to do a handstand.
I mean,
again.
I
That's
did
cool.
weigh myself today. Since last month, I'm down 4 pounds. So
Oh no.
not bad. I'm getting there.
Not bad.
By the end of the year, I'll be like 150 lean. You know what I mean? Like that's the. face. You're like, oh, that's the goal, baby. That's the goal. No,
Oh
but
my lord.
that's funny as shit. I can see that.
No.
Now I really, I can see you being a gym teacher. I can see you.
Yeah.
I met.
That was
Oh my god! Imagine you and your significant other in the same school. It's
I know
fucking
that'd be crazy.
that would be fire. Like go
Middle school, I had one like that. I had my gym teacher was married to I think English teacher in middle school.
really.
Yep,
That's
it was
I think I
funny.
had the
Yeah.
same thing too. It was my English Mrs. Rose. Her name was. She
Okay.
was my English teacher, and her husband. So she was teaching the junior high, and then her husband was, ironically enough, another English teacher at the senior high. But I think he had, I think
Oh.
he, and I want to say, I think he had autism. He had some sort of men
Oh.
disorder, but he was okay. I remember seeing him. He was actually a really nice guy, but it was really cool to see
Oh,
him still teach.
nice. Yeah, my middle school gym teacher was lost a tooth in snowboarding. So he had one of a fake tooth that like had almost like
Mm.
I don't want to say liner, but like what are the things you stick in your mouth that you can like they sit there? Um
The
they're
crown.
kind of used for straightening your teeth instead of braces. Liners, I guess liners. You get
I know what
liners.
you're talking about. I just
But
don't
he had
remember.
basically an insert that would sit in his mouth that had a tooth connected to it. So he would pull it out and then scratch his head with it. It was the weirdest shit.
The fuck?
Yeah, I kid you not. He would pop it, and it was like one of his front teeth too. He'd pop his front tooth out and just start scratching his head with it.
Brother, what
It
the
was hilarious.
fuck?
But yeah, anyway, I taught a gym class, and then yeah.
Jealous. I mean, you
Oh,
would love the fucking shit we do at my camp. You might be a little too older,
oh, I
unfortunately. No,
probably I
no,
know.
no
I know.
disrespect, but you would love
Aren't
because
you 20? Aren't you 20? Aren't
what are
you a
you?
little old
What are you?
now?
25 years old or some shit?
22.
Old head.
22.
Actually, you know what? You
Good
might
lord.
not. You may be able to. I know there's a couple. Um,
I can't do it during the day though. That's the
I
problem. But you
guess
guys are
no,
during the
never mind. You
day.
can't do that all then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we had this, so like the specific camp. It's called Camp, I think, Cancer Support Camp of Greater Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So all the kids whose family or themselves have been affected by cancer. I've been going there since I was a little kid. Obviously now that I'm an old head, I'm a counselor. But way back when I was a camper,
Your family was affected by
my
cancer?
mom had cancer.
That's right.
Plus, a lot of my family members
Okay.
had. My family is just
Okay.
fucking cursed with cancer, unfortunately. But
Do you have cancer?
huh?
Do you have cancer?
No, what?
Damn.
The fuck you mean, Dan? You sound disappointed I don't have cancer. You asshole. Fuck you. You're like, oh, damn it. I was gonna make fun of him for that. Fucking
I was
dick.
too.
Fuck off. Maybe my astrology sign is a can. No, I'm not. I'm not. Are you a
What are you,
Cancer?
Marco? Do you know?
I was born May, so isn't it Aries or Taurus?
I
I
don't
always
know.
get Aries and Taurus mixed. I think I'm a Taurus.
I'm a
I don't believe in
Pisces.
that shit. That shit's just like, I really don't care. Point is, when I was a camper at this camp, Miss Christina, shout out to Miss Christina, she runs the camp. What she would do is she
Was she
get these
hot?
guys. Shut up.
She got these guys and she's hot. Damn.
Shut the
Taking them
fuck
to the
up.
back room.
We
little
respect
fun.
her. We respect her. Point is, stop your track.
Yeah.
She get these guys called the Gym Bros. They run a company for physical stuff, and what they would do is that the campers get there 9 o'clock. At 9:30, we're doing gym stuff. We're outside doing the ladders, like the jumping the ladder holes. We're doing the little big
Yeah.
jungle rope, like
Yeah.
and like every year.
Well, I guess we should say the campers are doing it. You're not doing it.
The counselors did it too. That's what
Oh.
but like now,
Did you sit out?
no, unfortunately. Well, I tried to. I did it once, and then I said no. I was like, no. Miss
There it
Christina,
is.
No,
There it is. There's the
no,
explanation.
please don't. Oh my, I
Goddamn.
fucking hated it. I hated it so much. And now that I'm
Marco.
older, and I think we were talking about bringing them back for this year for camp. I'm like,
should
I
definitely
want
do it,
them to
Marco.
suffer for what I did. I'm gonna be inside with a little lemonade
No. You should be outside doing
on
them
camp,
too.
and no, I don't
Gotta
want
help
no.
with that weight loss.
I'll do it if there's nobody watching. Nobody watching, just me and them. Everyone else is.
Nope.
I don't want to be publicly, embarrassed.
No, you gotta publicly do it. That's the best way to
You
lose
can go
weight.
publicly fuck yourself. I'm not doing that shit.
I'll bend over in public and shove it in my butthole. Imagine that. Going out in public and just bending over and just showing people your butthole.
Moving on to the
That
next
is. Oh,
topic.
whoa! Wait a minute.
You just
Wait,
described
hold on.
public
For how much
indecency.
money would you go out in public and show people your butthole? And just
10
moon
grand.
people and then spread cheeks?
10 grand.
Per person or per time or just in general?
I mean, it's a one-time thing. I'm not fucking doing it.
No. You walk up to somebody, do it. You walk up to somebody else.
Well,
you
I
do
need
it.
money for the fucking bail I'm about to get for public exposure. So, I mean, I'm not sure how much bail
what if
is.
that is covered? What if that is covered? No matter what the cost of that is, it's covered. You don't have to worry about that.
Well, if I do it, it depends where. Like if I do it in a public spot, I risk the fact of children see, and then I'll be a fucking sex offender.
Okay, no children. No children. No children in the area. It's just adults.
I don't fucking know. Why
How much
you
money?
ask? What would be
Why not? It's
yours?
fun.
What would be
Why
yours?
not? I want to hear. Just
really want-
beer? That's all you need?
What?
What were you saying?
You're asking me how much money it would take for me to do this with no
Yes.
children around.
And bail is already covered. You wouldn't spend a night in jail.
50 grand. It's gone up. That's like a lifetime of public. Like it would be. I would do it if we're on a road trip, and I'll do it fucking miles away from my home.
Okay.
Nowhere
all
near
right, let's do
Pennsylvania.
this. Yeah, you're doing it to people that you will never ever see
Like, if
again
we're-
in your
yeah.
life.
If we're
ever.
in fucking like Puerto
not be
Rico or
videoed.
Japan or
Well,
Italy,
yeah, it won't be videoed. It won't be on social media.
It would-
It's to
yeah, it
people
would be
you've never
50
seen
grand.
before and you will never see again.
it would still probably be 50 grand. I'm not gonna lie, that's like a
Okay.
fair amount. Or I'm really curious to see about you. $10. I did it for free.
100 bucks?
10
$100
bucks.
100
20.
bucks? What? Yeah, I'm doing $100 per flash. $100 per
There's
flash.
no way your price is that fucking low. You whore.
No.
You whore.
I know. I'd probably do $1,000 per flash, to be honest.
Per flash.
Honestly, $1,000 per flash, and I'd flash a group of people, so each person call it a day,
Brother, there's no
and then maybe
fucking
go up
no
to some
way.
grandma, flash it real quick.
Maybe Granny may like you. Maybe she might go after you.
Hey,
How much money for a little sleepover with Granny?
yeah, hey, free. Sleepover with Grammy.
How many shots? How many shots would it take to hook up with Granny?
Okay, well that's a different story. Half bottle,
Wait, but go
half
what?
bottle, free.
Well, what are you drinking?
No
A
money,
fucking
but half a
Hennessy?
bottle.
What, Hennessy?
Vodka.
Vodka's just poison. I
That shit
forgot.
gets me active. Not
It makes you
not in the
horny.
bedroom, just gets me
Does
moving
vodka make you
around.
fucking
No.
horny?
No. It does the opposite. It makes me loud, obnoxious, and moving around a lot.
So basically, nothing else has changed.
Exactly.
So you drunk right now? Is that what you're saying? You're fucking hammered right now. You're pre-gaming
No.
right now. You're pre-gaming. It's only
Waiting
10
for grandma
o'clock,
for
man. We got
later.
plenty of time.
Exactly. It's only 10 o'clock. I'm ready for Grammy for later. Grandma, what you
Troy,
doing?
come over here. I'm
No, it's more like Troy.
Oh no, it's more like down.
You know,
here, like,
you
right.
know those shits be sagging.
Right. Oh,
My
dude.
favorite time.
Don't make me fucking sick.
Favorite kind. Let it sag.
What an episode. We
You
went from
did
Diddy
say
trial
no.
shit to fucking flashing your butthole in public to saggy granny
No,
titties.
No.
Only at the Unfiltered Podcast will you get this W content. That's fucking insane. Oh my
Would
god.
you? All right. Oh, I got a question for you.
Oh
Would you
no.
rather? What's the question gonna be?
You don't even know. I'm gonna stop
Would
you right
you
now before we get canceled.
No. No.
I'm gonna
We're
stop you
doing
right
this.
now.
Would you rather watch your grandparents do it or watch your parents do it?
Can you shut the fuck up? How about
No, serious question. Serious question. Which one do you think you'd be more grossed out at?
both?
Well, if you had to choose one, which
What?
do you think?
This is like
Which
I
do you
don't-
think are you and you would need therapy for the rest of your life? And which one it would be like, yeah, I'm disgusted for a week, but I'll get over it. That's a good question. There you go. There's.
That's not a good question. This is like
a great
fucking.
question. Yo, that's a sentence starter.
It's a fucking
Yep.
conversation ender. I'll tell you that fucking much. I don't know. Both would be fucking disgusting, respectfully. I was just like,
On that
ah.
note,
I would
I would.
probably say grandparents. I mean, at their
Yep.
age, I just no. The thing is, right, is that like, I don't even want to describe it. That's just nah. What about you? What about you?
Which one I would choose? I'd pick grandparents because they're dead.
Touche. Touche. I mean, if they were alive, hypothetically, that's not fair because you fucking backed me into a corner right there. You fucking
Well, my
pulled the
grandfather's alive, but he's alone now.
same with my
Unfortunately, rest in
nona.
peace,
Same with my
grandma.
my dad's mother. You know,
Rest in
again,
peace.
RIP. I feel really bad for this conversation. I'm gonna delete this aspect from the fucking podcast. This is fucking.
No, 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 no.
This is fucking
This is what the
weird.
people come here for. This is what
This is
the
what the
people come
people
here for.
unsubscribe for. Guys, I'm so sorry to listen
Now
to
watch
Trey.
this. Watch this will be like the second most viewed episode.
I
Watch.
hope not. What is
I
our
hope
most
it is. We
viewed?
need the views, man. We need the views.
Our most viewed episode was the Colin
first one.
episode. No, Colin
On
episode
what,
has
YouTube?
44. Our first episode has 35.
Colin went up to 44 on what, YouTube and Buzz?
As of right now,
Okay.
YouTube. I don't know how to look on Spotify.
On Buzz, the first one is the most viewed.
Oh, pardon me.
Different. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up on my phone.
Point is, regardless, this is a fucking weird episode. I'm not gonna lie, because like I usually have these episodes planned out, and not really planned out, but I have these episodes like, we're gonna talk about this today, and then we're gonna expand to this, and then we can branch out. We just hit fucking click and record today.
Yep. Nope.
but-
I prefer these episodes. Marco hates these episodes, but
I don't want to
love
say I
them.
hate it, but when we're talking about watching your grandparents fuck, then I might have to draw the line. Fucking Mrs. Dead my grandparents are dead, so it doesn't matter. They fucking had dumbass.
Can't wait till your dad listens to this episode and he's just sitting there like, Marco, what the fuck?
Dad, this was
Who
Troy's
is your co-host?
idea. At the end, I'm
Why
clear
do you-
because I didn't
why-
ask these. I didn't ask these questions. It's you, so I'm okay. Your grandparents might be mad at you from the beyond the grave, but mine are fucking asshole. You're such an asshole. That's such a fucking word. Oh, it's a good conversation starter.
Okay, let me ask you this: would you rather eat dirt or rather eat sand? I'm gonna bring up why I'm asking this in a second.
I've ate sand
rather eat-
because I've ate sand.
Would you rather eat? All right, hold on. I'm gonna rephrase it. Would you rather eat filtered dirt, like not you just grabbing the right out of the fucking ground, like it's filtered through a couple strainers, so then there's nothing else but dirt in there, or sand, which you just lick up from the beach, which who knows what's in there.
That's oddly specific, and I'm really worried about the post story here. But like I said, I've ate sand when I was little because I dropped a goldfish in the sand and I just fucking picked out with my bare hand out. And I don't remember the taste. I don't want to remember the taste, but apparently I ate sand as a child, so I'm gonna go with sand, I guess.
Okay, I'm going with sand too.
Because
story behind it. So I would have my sandbox, right? I had a sandbox.
Yeah.
And I'd play with my, construction toys, my dump trucks and everything, and moving stuff around.
Jesus.
And randomly, as I'm doing it, you get a little crunchiness in your mouth. Like not like I just picked up a handful of sand and went. Ugh. It'd be like, oh, there's like a crunch in my mouth. I guess like a particle
piece
or
of
two got
candy.
in there, right? Then one time I got curious because I'm like, you know what? It's not the worst thing. That crunch is kind of like satisfying. It's not good. It's like satisfying. And usually it's like one curl. So I took a little sand and went up and I licked it. Definitely should not have done that.
You got sick.
No, it just wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be.
You thought it was gonna taste like fucking salt.
No, I thought it was gonna be that satisfying crunch, but now it's just way too much crunch, and now there was sand in my mouth.
Now Troy secretly eats
Of
sand
course
every
I
day.
ate it, but that's beside the point.
It's like What the fuck? At least like
Listen. You just sometimes gotta do what you gotta do.
okay, to piggyback on that question, what's like
Okay.
the
All right.
weirdest
All
shit
right.
you've what's the weirdest shit you've eaten? Like the most out of pocket random. It can be like you're not supposed to eat it. It can be like it's a delicacy. Like what's like the most
Probably. I won't lie. It's probably sand. Most out of pocket, just because I lick sand.
I was hoping for something more disgusting.
All right. Hold on. All right. I need a moment. Do you have something? I don't. I gotta think about this. What have I eaten?
I'm a very picky eater. I'm very like I guess I could say saying this too as well because I was young when this happened. I think I was at Disney World when this happened, so I was fucking
A very
4.
anticlimactic conversation. We're both saying sand.
I will say though, I've had crickets. They're not
Okay. All
good.
right. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
very
I've heard.
airy. Like you're just eating this like a hollow shell. I just
It's like a
that's the crunch
bread
you were
leaf
probably looking
almost.
for. But supposedly,
No, I
like
like the sand
grasshoppers
crunch.
are really good in protein. They're really healthy, supposedly, which I'm
I'm
not.
not eating fucking dried
I'm
grasshoppers.
gonna
The
say
fuck?
like I'm not. You know, I'm not like fucking craving a plate of grasshoppers right now. There's gotta be something. I've eaten grass, like straight up grass.
The fuck.
It was a dare in
You mow the
elementary
lawn. Let
school.
me
I
pick
just
some.
did it. Kids be
I feel like.
stupid back in the day.
Yeah, no. I feel like every kid
I
has
mean,
tried a
you know,
piece of
you
grass
eat
just for it.
salads. Salad's not too far from grass.
Oh,
So.
I got the weird. Okay, here I got this. I got this. So, there is actually. So I don't know if a lot of people know this or not. There is a type of, and it's. I'm gonna be specific with this because I don't want. All right, everybody, don't go out doing this, please. Please don't go out doing this
Please
because
do
I
it.
don't want to be. I don't want to be at fault for killing you or hurting you or making you sick or anything. But there is this one flower that just like naturally spawns around your lawn. It is like it's small, like it's a purple flower. It has a really weird shape. It's like it almost looks like a loop, and then it's like it comes up. It's a loop, and then it's the flower petals and the flower.
I
You
think I know
can
what you're
eat
talking
that
about.
flower. You actually can eat that flower, and I eat that flower just
What does
because
it
I
taste
can.
like?
Yeah, just like I
Earth.
don't know, like
It tastes like earth.
no, it's like it's almost like just greenery. Like you're eating like like a plain piece of lettuce or something.
That's fucking weird.
Honestly, there's not much flavor to it.
I thought you were gonna say like some hallucinogen plant, because I know
Oh
there's
no,
like
no.
fucking like really dangerous, like the
Don't
Laura.
eat the mushrooms you see on the ground. They will
That's
fuck you up.
bullshit. That's bullshit.
No,
What's so
no. There's a
different
good
about other
chance those mushrooms
mushrooms?
will kill you.
That's
They're
fucking weird.
way different.
You would think? Could
Way
you imagine
different.
if they were edible? Like, imagine like that would. If those were edible, like that would fucking cure world hunger because they just grow in your fucking lawn and it's just basically free food. If they were edible, if they were like portobello mushrooms or some shit, something that you can eat. I
I
hate
guess
mushrooms, by
yeah.
the way. The only mushroom,
Oh,
only
you
mushroom I
weirdo.
tolerate is truffle. I love truffle. I put truffle salt,
Truffle.
truffle like anything. I love the system. Well, that's the only mushroom I can do.
I
I
like
can't do
mushrooms.
portobello. What?
I like mushrooms.
They just have that
I
like
got okay. I got something else then too. I just thought of. A
what?
lot of people think I'm weird for this. Um, you know, at like Chinese buffets, they got like crab legs and everything else.
Yeah, frog
Well, they
legs.
also have they have the baby clams. You know the baby clams.
Oh, you eating
I ate the baby
babies?
clams. Well,
So
they call them
sad.
baby clams, but they're just the type of clam that's small, not the big ones, because they have like the big ones are like this big.
Yeah.
They're clams, but they're clams. They're like baby something clams.
I
I ate
guess
those. Those are really good. I love those.
I was gonna say
Everybody
duck.
thinks I'm weird for it.
I was gonna say duck. You know, that's
That's not
technically
weird. Yeah,
for
that's not
me it
weird at
is
all.
because like I said, I'm a very picky eater. I'm the fucking chicken tenders and fries kid. I still am. Hell, if I don't like any of the food, I'm getting chicken tenders and fries.
You got chicken tenders and fries when we went to dinner that one time. When I picked you
Exact.
up,
I went for
you
Mother's
did.
Day. We went to a seafood restaurant, and I got chicken tenders and French fries.
You got to be. You went to a fucking seafood restaurant and you
I
had chicken tenders and
hate
fries.
seafood.
Oh,
I
what is
don't.
wrong with you?
I like shrimp and calamari. That's
Were
all.
you
But like,
dropped on your head as a kid?
probably I ate sand as a
Jeez.
kid. Maybe the same.
I did too, and I like seafood. What the fuck?
You don't
That's not
like.
it.
But I went
I
to this
love
restaurant
seafood.
a year ago, and the guy we know the owner. So the guy was like, I guess they were known for their duck wings. So I was like, oh, I'll give you a plate for free. I was like, okay. I was nervous, and I tasted it. I couldn't. If you blindfolded me, I couldn't tell the difference between duck wings and chicken
No, I've
wings.
heard. Yeah, I've
They're
heard it tastes just like
identical. I
chicken
was like, this is
almost.
scary. What if the guy accidentally gave me chicken wings and not duck wings? I kept it. It was really good, but like I forgot there's a
Yeah,
word for it, but my mind was playing tricks on me. Like, don't eat it, Marco. That's a duck. That's not chicken. That's weird.
but it could just been chicken.
That's fucking very weird.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Yep.
I think
But
how long have
on
we
that
been?
note,
An
yeah, we're
hour.
almost an hour. So, yeah, an hour. So,
What
why don't we wrap it up? And
a
or do you have something
fast.
else?
No, what a fucking weird episode.
I love
That
this episode. It was
that
great.
was an up and down battle. I mean, we went from food, we went to gym teachers, diddy trials, sex with grandmas, and saggy titties. Like that. This is all
Yep.
your fault. That was
Eating sand.
eating
Yep.
sand.
Listen. The people are gonna love it. The people, if you love
I
this,
hope
please
so.
comment. Please, if you listen to this episode, which I hate to say it, knock on wood, there's not that many of you that do listen to this shit. But listen, if you do, I would love it if you could just like either I don't know how Spotify does it, but YouTube I know you can leave a comment. Just like put in the comments like, did you like this kind of episode or do you like a more formatted episode? Because listen. We will talk about more grandma titties if you guys like it. You know, we'll do it. Don't worry.
When you say we, you mean you, because I'm not talking about grandma titties.
No.
Right.
Parker would
Also, write in the
too.
comments what's the weirdest thing you guys have eaten. I'm really curious.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I
Yeah, let us
really
know. Let us know, please.
um. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this episode. Sorry, it's a day late. Um,
You'll get over it. You guys will be all right.
you guys
We
should
had
be
shit
walking
going
over.
on, unfortunate stuff, and just everything all over the place. So
Yeah, I mean,
sorry about that, but
yeah, we're trying to
we
like
tried.
we'll try to do better. It's Troy's fault as usual, but
Yeah, of course.
other than that, that's gonna be the end of the episode. If you guys end up enjoying and want to support the channel, make sure you guys subscribe and like. It is completely free to do. Also keep up on social media. All that will be in the link in the description,
Yeah.
of course. Why not? Make sure you guys type in what it's the weirdest food you guys have eaten. I'm really curious to see what that is. Troy, any closing statements?
Nope. Just we appreciate you guys, and again, listen to our episode and give it a like. Really
Indeed.
appreciate it.
Indeed. Well,
And have a good night, y'all.
have a good night indeed. We love you guys and peace.
Peace.